Hey, lovely. So just wanting to do a really quick video featuring a deck that I haven't played with in a long time. This is Dame Darcy's, what used to just be called the Dame Darcy Tarot, her mermaid deck, the first edition. Still my favorite version of this deck, although there are some difficult cards because they're cards that look a lot like the Lo Scarabeo Mermaid Tarot, but I still love this deck. What can I say? Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a Wobble reading with my mermaids, and it's the 27th today of February 2025. Tomorrow, actually starting tonight at midnight, running for a full 24 hours, is what some folks are referring to as an economic blackout. For me, this is an economic pause, and it's not part of it, right? Part of it is about boycotting, about expressing to the world of corporate greed and oligarchy and extractive, consumptive, antisocial mongering of resources in the name of the almighty wallet. I can't remember how I began that sentence. This isn't just about boycotting, right? This is, I think, actually about reclaiming our own calm and abundant hearts, reminding ourselves for 24 hours that shopping has become one of the key ways some of us find ourselves defining our world, defining our online activity. One of the ways that we might calm ourselves, one of the ways that we might entertain ourselves. And that we are so much more than acquisitive hearts, right? We are, first of all, inquisitive hearts, beings of inquiry, beings of curiosity, beings of compassion and connection. So for me, the value of this economic pause is really about the ways I can use those 24 hours to reclaim my own steadiness. You know, when was the last time that I didn't buy anything in a given day? I just bought some envelopes online. I bought some postcards and some envelopes. This is a small purchase, but, you know, I think probably almost every day I am handing over my credit card or punching in my PayPal account, or, I mean, what would it mean, you know? And some of us may do this more than others. Some of us may have more disposable income, right? But how are we defining ourselves as consumers, no matter what we're consuming? So can we slow that down? Can we spend a day where we are very consciously not consuming the world? Does this make any sense? Ultimately, this might be a political activity, but it's certainly a spiritual activity. So, economic pause. Yeah, I think I just want my Wobble to be about my own kind of extractive, consuming, anxious energy. Like, what in me is grabbing at the world, and can I find a way to ease that anxiety, ease that need to take a bite out of my environment? Can I be with what is right here and settle and soothe my achy breaky human heart? All right. I don't know if those questions make sense, but we're just going to investigate. Wobble reading for 27 February on the eve of this economic pause, and two cards just threw themselves out of the deck. Ooh, the Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah, well, the Knight of Swords, of course, he's going to throw himself out of the deck. You know, I've been listening to Walter Isaacson's biography of Elon Musk, which is kind of making me a little crazy, a little bit anxious. And I was just earlier thinking about Elon as the Knight of Swords, as someone coming into the scene, knowing everything, moving so fast. This has defined his whole professional life, right? The smartest one in the room, right? This identity of the tech bro who is so impatient with inefficiency and so impatient with process and can just climb on top of that dolphin and spear whatever needs to be speared. Now, the Knight of Swords is also a noble character, but I think in a figure like Elon Musk, we are seeing its really dark shadow. And next to this Three of Wands, which in many ways is the venture capital card. This is the Three of Wands is like my ships, I've sent them out to sea and they're coming back. It's really this embarkation. It's a beautiful card. I love the Three of Wands. It's a card that for me, when it was my hub card a few years ago, back in 2017, or maybe it was 2018, it was really about me leaving the university, leaving, tenure, like job security, and being like throwing myself into the world, into my own spiritual heart. It's a beautiful card, but there is this kind of energy of embarkation of like, we're going to go to Mars. We're going to like cut away all the bullshit and enter into the brave new world, and an incredible vitality here, but also a potential for a deep loneliness of spirit. Like looking at these two cards together and seeing how much ocean there is, and just that broad expanse that is full and abundant just as it is. It doesn't need my trident. It doesn't need my ships. It doesn't need my activity. There's just this spaciousness. And I'm going to pull a third card and really be, as I do so, thinking about that spaciousness and how to work with the energy of this moment and of this economic pause. Oh, death. I'm not going to do reversals with this reading, but yeah, what is being transformed? What is decomposing? Can I let disintegration happen? Maybe one of the things of this frenetic energy of the Knight of Swords who comes in and needs to conquer everything, or even this sort of vast, expansive, like that adventurer spirit of the Three of Wands. I've got to embark on these brave new worlds. I've got to kind of conquer the world. Maybe part of what's at stake is whether we are willing to be with dissolution and decay and let things go. Let the natural rhythm of life and death do its lifing and deathing. Can we be with the movement of life and death without trying to fix it, without trying to repair it, without trying to solve it, without trying to use our trident, to conquer everything? I think about the ways in which, and I am so guilty here. Any of you out there have some favorite decks that you've also bought a backup deck of? Yeah, a backup deck, just in case, something happens to the deck you love so much. Yeah. What does it mean to just trust that things have a lifetime and that something is here and then it breaks down and fades away? This economic pause tomorrow is a chance for us to, in a tiny, tiny way. And if you're already like, you don't buy things much, I just invite you to think about the ways in which you are a consumer, even if you're not purchasing, but how are you grabbing onto the world and trying to take it in and trying to hold on to it and trying to hedge your bets, trying to avoid the truth of life and death, of birth and death, of the natural rhythm of all things. Yeah. Okay. That's my wobble for today. May you have an easeful 28th of February. Blessings all. And I'm going to put a link below for those of you who have the time. The lovely Rhonda McGee, who's an incredible spiritual teacher, warrior, racial justice genius, brilliant light in the world. She's doing a meditation tomorrow morning. So I'll put a link to that if I can find one. Okay, y'all. Blessings to you. May you be well. Thank you so much for your practice.